What's up, GQ? It's the notorious Conor McGregor, and these are my essentials. Proper number 12, the smoothest Irish whiskey on the market, and my new forged Irish stout, the creamiest stout in the land. And these are very, very important to me. Big mega businesses, a lot of people behind them supporting this and building this. I was raised by my grandfather, who instilled in us that Irish are the world champions at making whiskey. That's how I was raised. I had offers to do adverts and things like that with other whiskey companies. I refused the money. I wanted to learn more about the business, the industry. I wanted to learn more about the process of how it is made. And I went sourcing for where I would make my whiskey. And I sourced a distillery in Ireland, which is the oldest distillery in Ireland and the largest distillery in Ireland. And I hired out a part of that distillery and began making my own whiskey, proper number 12. This is Next Generation Pain Relief. It is the world's first topical cryotherapy spray. It is loaded with plant healing power, and this is a must for me. Combat sport is a very tough business, and I wake up with this. I spray it on any aches and pains and niggles, and it gets me started on my day. It cools, it calms, and this is an essential for me. Tidal Sport Cryotherapy Spray. Also, we've got our mixed martial arts gloves. These gloves, the UFC gloves, are so symbolic, and you know, it was a dream come true to put the gloves on with the 3 letters. It would be akin to a young football player or a soccer player putting on a jersey of Manchester United or an American football team like, give me an American football team name.
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys. It's significant that you've made it. These other ones are my rendition of my company, McGregor Fast. So they're a bit more padded, they're a bit more training based. They've got one of my quotes on here, which is a quote I believe, you know, there's no talent here. This is hard work. This is an obsession. Both of these gloves are very, very important to me. One I train in and one I compete in. A lot of people may know, may not know, I am a holy man, a very holy man, Catholic and Irish Catholic, and my mother instilled it in us and it was instilled in her, and I carry on me at all times a chain, and this chain currently that I have on is Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is to protect you, is to focus on good over evil. It says Love Ma on it, so it's a gift from my mother, and this is Archangel Michael's sword, which is on it also. I also have another one for Saint Christopher, which is Saint Christopher is to protect you on your travels, and that was gifted to me by my children and my fiance. We're a religious family, and we trust in God and believe in God. I have 3 children. I have 1 on the way and a lovely fiance. I love them very much, so it's tough being away from them right now while they're at home. But I carry my phone with me, you know, which is also dear to me because my phone has images of my family. I spend most of my time when I'm away just on the phone, you know, looking at pictures of myself with the family. A little bit emotional sometimes when you're watching them. There's my little daughter. I do bring them to the fights. I didn't bring them to the last one. And I don't know how I'm going to approach it going forward. I may not bring them going forward because fighting is a crazy game. You know, it's not really for the children. He was a little bit young, too young to even understand what was going on. So it was okay then, I suppose. But now as he's getting to an age of understanding, Daddy will go to work and I will be home. They'll wait for me at home. The last one I did, I done that. I felt better. I felt I was in the right headspace. I had a horrific injury in the bout, but I was in a place where I needed to be. My family weren't there present. I was happy with that. That's not to say we don't be training I do not train my children in martial arts because I do. I'm getting great work out of my son, Conor Jr. now. He's starting to really, he's loading the backhand, he's rolling under the punches, he's adding combinations together, and we're having fun. And if he wants to go and compete, or my daughter or my son, my other son, Rian, if they want to compete in a few years, they can. I've got many great watches. This one in particular is very special because it comes from an Irish jeweler named Weir & Sons, which is, you know, one of the most known jewelers in Ireland. And this watch is a Patek Philippe, which is a very exclusive watchmaker. They made this watch specifically for Weir & Sons jewelers in Ireland. And, you know, it's got the Irish colors. There's only 25 of them made. And, you know, I had to get it. You know, you ever hear the term, you gotta fake it till you make it? You know, before anything, I was getting the fake ones. I was rocking the fake ones like this, but proud, you know. Funny enough, my first ever real watch that I had got was a gift post UFC Dublin, which was in 2013. And it was a gift for me from Lorenzo Fertitta, who was the former owner of the UFC at the time. He gifted me a solid gold Rolex Sky Dweller. So after the bout, I won the bout, a knockout in the first round. It was a mega successful event. We all went out for dinner with the Fertitta family, and they gifted me this Rolex. It was my first real watch. Before that, I was at the press conference wearing a fake one. But, you know, you gotta fake it to make it. You know, I used to drive a broke down banger of a car, and in my head that was a Ferrari. So I was able to almost, you know, just believe it into reality. I love the sea. I love the open air. I love the freedom of being at sea and the peace and tranquility. And for me, it was always a dream of mine to acquire a boat. I currently have two. I have two yachts. I have a 120-foot triple deck Sunseeker, a beautiful super yacht that we live on. Essentially, I live on the yacht. And most people don't know I have the big one, but I've got this magic one, which is the Lamborghini yacht. I was the first person to acquire the Lamborghini yacht. It was made by the Italian Sea Group in conjunction with Lamborghini. It's a rocket ship. They title it the supercar of the sea. It may have been an impulse buy at the time. I seen it, I put a down payment straight away. I had already got the big one, but I've had such a great time on it. So much fun. Two twin turbo, 2,000 brake horsepower engines. So it's 4,000 brake horsepower all in. An absolute rocket ship. I love it. I love my fans dearly. I do all of this for my fans. You know, my family and my fans. The fans have supported me through many ups and downs in my life. I'm eternally grateful. I'm indebted. I reached out to one of my fans who makes figurines. He takes parts of each figurine and puts them together to make, he made me, essentially, he made a few different ones of me. I reached out to him, brought him into the UFC Octagon Center. But I love my fans dearly and they support me dearly, and I'm very, very grateful. And I work for that. Another thing that's very important to me is my public house, the Black 4 Gin. It's actually the world's most famous pub now. It's the most followed pub on social media. The produce in there, as I said about Irish produce, is second to none. A lot of people don't know about our food, and it's been a roaring success. It's in my hometown of Dublin 12, so it's a provider for the community. It brings lots of tourism to the area because people all over the world have visited. Very, very proud of it. It's been my family's local all my life. When I had the opportunity to buy it, I bought it and I renovated it. It's like a unicorn in the area. My local gyms, Crumlin Boxing Club and SBG Straight Blast Gym Ireland. Crumlin Boxing Club is obviously where I learned how to box, and Straight Blast Gym Ireland is where I learned mixed martial arts. Such important factors in the community. There's all levels, kids, amateurs, all the way up to pros. They're just great places full of great people, all volunteering and giving back to the community. It changes people's lives, it changed my life, and these gyms are very, very dear to my heart. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you learned a little bit about me and my essentials.